Dreamers, I want to show you something. I want to show you guys exactly how much money I made in dividends. Back in 2019, my first month, I made 78 cents in dividends, as you guys can see right here. In 2019, my whole total from 2019 was $164.64. Don't let the small amount discourage you from the beginning. 78 cents, 43 cents, $1.86. I know a lot of you guys are starting to get invested out the stock market, and you guys have been looking at dividends for passive income. Dividends is by far the most passive form of income there is. You literally just invest inside a company and then you do nothing at all, and you wake up with dividend checks inside of your account. And the best thing to do is to reinvest those dividends. Now, companies pay out dividends either quarterly or monthly sometimes, and they pretty much saying we're paying back our investors a form of dividends as a form of saying, hey, thank you for investing inside our companies. But they kind of want you to invest those dividends back into the company to continue to grow so they can increase their dividends so you can make more money in the future. That is the compound interest effect. And you could retire making thousands upon thousands of like 50, 60, 70, 80, $90,000 in a year in dividends by doing absolutely nothing at all. I'm going to show you guys how much I made so far. In 2020, I made $476. 2021, $685. 2022, $1,515. 2023, $3,863. 2024, $4,066. And so far in 2025, January, $224, $365. March, $437, April, $144. And in May, I'm going to show you guys exactly how much I made in May and exactly what paid me out in May. But first, if you guys do want this tracker, the dividend income is going to show you your future projections. It tracks your investing goals, your dashboard for a quick look at one thing. So your stock portfolio. So if you guys do want this tracker, come over to my Patreon, and it's inside the Lucid Dreamer role. It'll be a blank document on there. You could copy and create your own, and you can start tracking. That is the best thing that you could do, is start tracking your own investments and follow along on how much growth your portfolio is having over the years. So if you guys do want this will be inside my Patreon under the Lucid Dreamer role. Or if you want to be a part of the Dream Team, be a part of the Zoom calls every single Sunday, you can check out the Dream Team. But back to here, I'm going to type in the number I made for May. And in May, I made $393 in dividends, bringing my total so far this year to $1,554. That is a vacation I could take from my dividends alone. That is a $1,500. I did absolutely nothing at all, and I could take a vacation with these dividends. But that's not the only thing, guys. So if we come over to my future projections, let's scroll down. You guys can see all the way right here. It's the number I just entered. That's all you gotta do is enter it, and then this will give me my future projections right here all the way in the future. So 393 is what I entered to take my dividend income from that tracker right here. It got a crazy formula in here to show you guys exactly how much I'll be making in the future. But let's look at when I will make my first $1,000 month if I keep going down this track. So if I go all the way down, my first $1,000 month would be right here on May 2028. That is just 3 years from now. In 3 years, I'll be bringing in $12,000 in dividends every single year, or $1,000 a month, almost exactly 1,007 cents. If I just continue to grow my portfolio in my dividends like how I am currently, in 3 years, I'll be making $1,000 in dividends a month. And at the end of 2028, I'll be bringing in $1,231 of dividends every single month. So that's insane. In fact, let me show you guys exactly how I update. Let's say if I wanted to enter $500 right here, and then $600, and then $700. So that's a super fast growth rate right there. And then come back over to my future projections right there. It just entered everything. And then we could, right there, it just entered everything 500. Then you guys can see if it would cut all the way down to 2027 that I'll make my first 1,000. So I could cut that down in 2 years if I was to invest a whole bunch inside more dividend paying stocks. And then you guys could drop this out yourself. And then you guys could drop this out yourself to get all the other future numbers. But let's take away that right quick. All right, so there we go. Now, back to the stocks that pay me out. The first one that paid me out was on 5/15, and that was Apple. Apple paid me out $140.55. Now, Apple has like a 0.5 dividend yield. So you multiply that by how much you have, and that's how much you're making dividends. Now I have a whole bunch of money invested out of Apple, like thousands and thousands and thousands of dollars invested inside of Apple, and it only paid me out $100 and it only paid me out $140.55. So I love Apple as a growth stock, as a dividend stock, but as a growth stock, it is amazing. And then the second one that paid me out was Walmart, $2.35. Now Walmart is a dividend king, which I absolutely love Walmart, having inside my other account too. Walmart has almost a 1% dividend yield. They're quarterly paying dividend stock, and this is the best thing right here. They've been increasing their dividends every single year for the last 51 years. That means they was able to increase their dividends through pandemics, recessions, depressions, the dot-com bubble. They was able to increase their dividends every single year for the last 51 years, and that's why I love Dividend Kings. Dividend Kings is any company that's inside the S&P 500 and increase their dividends every single year for the last 50 years. Dividend Aristocrats is a company that increased their dividends every single year for the last 25 years. So Walmart is a dividend king. All right, now here's a couple of stocks that paid me out over the last couple of months. Back in April, Coca-Cola paid me out $3.57. I own 7 shares of Coca-Cola. Coca-Cola is also a dividend king. NVDA, which is Nvidia, they shouldn't even have a dividend yield. They paid me out 8 cents from Nvidia. And I believe I'm like, where am I at on Nvidia? I'm way up. I'm up like 750%, but I've sold at the top. I sold at the top and I'm dollar costing back in my Weibo account. But yeah, I made my money on Nvidia, so I don't have to say too much about that. If you know, you know. All right, on Walmart, once again, I told you I had more inside of this account. I got paid out $16.92. MSTY is like a high yield max on MSTR, which tracks Bitcoin. That paid me out $55.39, and I believe that is a monthly paying dividend stock. So I get paid out that every single month. On ticker symbol O right here, $3.02. There's a real estate REIT. Real estate REITs usually have high dividend yields, meaning that REITs are by law required to pay out 90% of their taxable income back to their investors in the form of dividends. And Realty Income is one of the best ones. They pay out dividends and they go up in value over time, and they pay out every single month. So if you're looking to retire and get a paycheck every single month, ticker symbol O might be the one to look into. That is known as the monthly paying dividend stock, ticker symbol O. The next one's NDVY, which is Nvidia. Yield Max is kind of a way to get dividends from Nvidia. Pretty much they sell cover calls on Nvidia. I know how to do that myself, so I'm really not tripping about that. But I got paid out $31.43. QYLD, I really thought I sold all of my QYLD. I don't know if I have any more in here, but I have 7 shares of QYLD. That is also another cover call ETF payout every single month. QQQ is an ETF, tracks the top 120-ish, the top technology companies in America. It's very technology heavy, so when the market pull back, it pulls back, but when the market take off, it takes off. It recovers the quickest and makes the most money. All right, but I got paid out 28 cents from QQQ. On SPY in April, which is the S&P 500, $6.86. And then WD-40, 94 cents. All right, so there go MSTY once again. Remember last month they paid me out $55. This month they paid me out in the month of May, $98.43. Clorox is, I believe, a dividend king as well. Increase their dividends every single year for the last 50 years. They paid me out $2.73. Procter & Gamble, dividend king, paid me out $10.57. Procter & Gamble own pretty much everything inside any grocery store. Ticker symbol O, monthly paying dividend stock, $3. Apple paid me out $40.11. TIPT, don't know how I got TIPT, don't worry about that. They paid out 6 cents. NVDY, once again, $75.97. Walmart paid me out $16.92. Cake, which is like Cheesecake Factory, and every company under Cheesecake Factory. They paid me out $2.72. QYLD, WTRG Water paid me out $1.63. Visa paid me out 60 cents, and then Ford paid me out $3.30. And then the rest of June is also coming up in the month of June. But yeah, guys, those are the stocks that paid me out in the month of April, May, and you guys seen a little bit of June. So if you guys do want to learn how to dividend invest, I'm going to leave a free PDF dividend ebook down in the pinned comment section. You could click that. And if you guys do want to get some free dividend stocks, you could sign up for Moomoo. And right now they have a special offer just from signing up for Moomoo and using that platform. Deposit $100. They could give you up to 40 free stocks, which is crazy insane. 40 free, up to 40 free stocks. That is insane, guys. So make sure that you check that out. Sign up for Moomoo. Get the sign up bonus. Most of them will probably be growth stocks or dividend stocks, and that's by far the easiest way to get started. If you guys do want the portfolio tracker, you could come over. If you want this portfolio tracker, your future projections, what can I afford? It's different calculators in here, everything that you guys need in order to track your portfolio. You could join the Patreon, get access to that portfolio. But yeah, guys, let me know down in the comment section how much money did you make. Actually, yeah, don't be scared. How much money did you make in dividends last month? In the month of May, how much money did you make in dividends? Drop that down in the comment section. You can say one stock paid me out 15 cents. Or I got a total of 10 stocks that paid me out $10.35. You guys see where I started. My first dividend payment was cents. What, 50 cents? Let me look. 78 cents. That's why it's important to track your growth. My first month paid me out 78 cents in dividends. Now look at me, making hundreds of dollars, $500, $400 a month in dividends, on track to make $1,000 in what, 3 years, every single month in dividends. So guys, track your portfolio. Let me know how much you made down in the comment section. Can't wait to see what you guys checked out. And if you guys do want to know my tips and tricks on how to beat the stock market, make money inside the stock market, I talked about stock buybacks and how I've been following stock buybacks inside the stock market. So make sure you check out this video right here. Once you check that out, that is how you cheat the stock market, by following the same patterns over and over again. So we got stock buybacks and stock splits. Check out both of those videos if you want to learn how to beat the stock market. But if you made it to the end of this video, make sure you hit the thumbs up button, hit that subscribe button, because it helps out the channel more than you guys could possibly even imagine. But other than that, guys, I'm Zeke, bringing you the Dream Green Show, and I'm out. Peace.